How's it going, sweet Basil? Thanks for sticking around. My name is Kyle. I'm a comedian. Sometimes people talk over what I'm saying. And that's just part of my life. I lost my virginity in an above-ground pool in Florida. It gets worse. To the Daredevil soundtrack, and then the girl stole the soundtrack. And that is the day I learned that Florida is full of nothing but assholes, and there's nothing to do there except for jump in a pool. So Florida is full of chlorinated assholes, you guys. So if I ever had to go back, I would get a little piece of that action, and I'd open the world's first anal bleaching and tanning salon in one. It's going to be called Bleach Buffalo Beach Tanning Salon. You guys remember Zatarans from back in the day? The Zatarans thing? Zatarans! He's going to do the jingle for me, and I wrote it. You guys want to hear the jingle? All right. Come on down to Bleachwood, old town. We'll turn your brown pots white and your white pots brown. It would kill in Miami. I'd only have to advertise like once. It'd be like line on the door. Yeah, like I said, I grew up in Florida, so I had a racist grandfather. That's how that works. That's how they deal you out there. My racist grandfather saw me playing with a Michael Jordan doll that talked, and he told me I was going to grow up to be a gay race mixer. And I just like Space Jam. I had no idea what he was talking about. I was thinking about it though. What is a gay race mixer? That's like a really awesome party I'm not invited to. You know, like neon wristbands. It happens on a boat. You know, I'm just not allowed to go. It's funny though because in the adjacent room, my cousins were playing with wrestling dolls from the '90s, and if you remember those are the most homoerotic thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I don't need to yell into the mic because it's kind of hot right now. But wrestling dolls, they're made out of used dildo rubber. You remember? So their arms snap back. And then they've got those pecs that jut out so you just rub your thumbs on them. They're sticking them in their mouth. And my grandfather was more concerned about me with a Michael Jordan doll. So you gotta understand that racism was more of an issue than the homophobia. But his son was interesting. Like I had a really interesting family dynamic. His son tried to kill himself so many times that it became funny to the family. Like it was. Yeah, you feel bad for him. It's okay. I understand. It's a natural reaction. You don't realize this about him though. He stole my Ninja Turtle bike when I was 6 years old, and he didn't even have the goddamn gumption to take off the training wheels before he rode it to the pawn shop. So fuck that guy. Anyways, suicide is a straight path. Suicide is a straight path, and this dude took the scenic route. Like he tried everything. He tried to eat ant poison one time. Oh, God. And then my mom got him an ant farm for Christmas that year. I'm sick of people saying that when you're high you hallucinate. That's bullshit. The only time I hallucinate when I'm high is when I'm driving and I'm high. And the person behind me has a rack on the back of their car because this is Oregon, and everybody has to have a kayak adventure one day, but they never do it. And here's the thing: it looks like sirens, you know, and that's gonna fuck up my driving more than anything, you know. So if you've got those in your car, guys, take them off. You know, think about me. I'm trying to drive high responsibly, and you're going up the works. You're being selfish, you guys. I hate my job. I work at Red Robin. It's basically Chuck E. Cheese without the protection of the rat suit. That's how it works. My boss's name is Cager. I'm not sure how to properly spell or pronounce or respect that name. I don't know how to spell or respect that name at all. And the funny thing is, that's not his real name. His real name is William. He chose Cager. Why? I don't know. I don't agree with a lot of their practices. During our Christmas break, a hammer with a rubber mallet fell into our gluten-free fryer and it melted. We didn't find out about it until January 2nd, so we were surfing those fries the whole time.
Oh.
And they would be really upset if they knew I was telling you the secrets here. They'd say, I think snitches get stitches is corporate policy here. But I think once we find out what was in the fryer, consumers get tumors is much more accurate. I'm ready to put my job down. I'm ready. And here's the good thing, weed is legal in Oregon. So I feel like my dream scenario can finally happen. This is my dream scenario, you guys. I'm sitting down at the interview, and it's going great. And the interviewer looks at me dead in the eyes, and he says, Kyle, you got a great attitude, and your references check out, but I just got to ask you one thing, man. Your eyes are really red. Are you high, or are you tired? And I'll say, I'm both! I'm hired! And then we'll high five and smoke a bowl in the back, because that's what we all voted for. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. Racist grandfathers, suicide with my uncle. Let's see what else here. Roommate trouble. Am I right, guys? We're in Portland. Do you guys have roommate trouble? Does that happen to you? Like just issues with roommates? My roommate died 2 months ago, and I found his dead body. It's a true story. And they say that timing plus tragedy equals comedy, but I was always really bad with my timing because I paid rent early and he took care of the bills, so it's kind of a problem. So I was staying in a haunted house until the lights went out. They say that it's always darkest just before the dawn, but the paramedic said that he died before the sun came up. He's the only person I ever took acid with, you guys, so I'm not entirely certain he ever truly existed at all. His family thought that I might be shaken up. I might have some issues from finding his body. It's a true story. At his funeral, they told me, you might want to talk to somebody. So thank you for being here, you guys. So I'm going to go with that. I was homeless for a little bit after that scenario, and that was fun. I'll give you guys some homeless tips just in case that happens to you, or when that happens to you, because it's Portland. A storage unit is a tiny apartment that you pay rent for so you can keep your guitars and action figures. Yeah. You can't sleep there. It's a no-no. Another tip is find someone downtown that's homeless that you want to emulate. My favorite person downtown that's homeless I want to emulate is the guy that came up with his own rhetoric in his own head and is just spouting it out to the masses. What I like to do is take down a notebook and write down everything he's saying. And when people ask me what I'm doing, I tell them I'm just auditing crazy because I can't afford his classes. You don't want to be there for his office hours because he gets grabbed. You know, it's not a good sign. Sometimes I'm surprised that I'm the sperm that made it. You guys ever? I haven't worn a race since then. You know, I've tried. You know, where did my ambition go? Yeah, one shot. It's done in one shot, you know? No, I think of myself as the sperm that won or the egg that lost. I was supposed to be twins. That's another thing. It was supposed to be Kyle and Karen. Karen and Kyle. Karen was a tumor, you guys, in my mommy's belly. And here's the thing that's really funny about it is that when not Planned Parenthood, but when people are they're protesting Planned Parenthood, they always say, oh, they grow fingernails. They've got fingernails. You can't get rid of their fingernails. Karen was a teratoma, so she was probably full of fingernails, and they still got rid of her. Kind of fucked up. Think of the glamour shots that they missed out on, though. Like me and the tumor, matching bonnets on a giant letter block, you know. Wallet size, please. It gets darker. Nostalgia. I'm a millennial, so nostalgia is something that's all we have left. That's all you guys left us with. We have great cartoons and part-time jobs, so we can stay at home and watch those great cartoons. That's all we got. And it's not something to cling to, you guys. It's not if you're around my age, you're almost 30. Don't just go back and rewatch everything because it's bullshit. Pokemon's alright, but it's an empty venture. You know, my favorite movie growing up was called Surf Ninjas.
And my memory of that was there was this red-haired man in that movie, and this red-haired man was nuanced and charismatic. Every scene he was in, I couldn't peel my eyes away from the screen. I looked it up on IMDb now, and that red-haired gentleman is Rob Schneider, you guys. Nostalgia will fucking blind you. I'll give you another good example. The Super Nintendo, my memory of it was that every single game on the Super Nintendo was fantastic. But the thing about it is, they made a game for every movie that came out. No matter how terrible or unpolished it was, it just pushed it out. My favorite shitty movie game was What's Eating Gilbert Grape, the game. You guys play that one?
What? On Nintendo?
Yeah, on Nintendo. My favorite was the bonus level where you drive through an empty town to get his mom's diabetes medication.
That's not a real thing.
And I get, I get a dark sense of humor. I do. I get it from my dead mom, and she instilled it in me. All right, let's get into it. So I lost my mom when I was 14, and that was the same year that Star Wars: Attack of the Clones came out. And if you're familiar with that movie at all, you know there's like a really relevant scene. And my dad takes me to that movie to cheer me up. And the scene comes along, and if you're not familiar with it, you're sitting there watching the movie, and Darth Vader's in a hut with his mother, and his mother is dying. And he's like, "Stay with me, Mom!" And at this point, I'm just bawling tears in the theater. And then she has a death rattle like this. She's like, "Ah!" And her head goes back. And my dad stands up in the theater and he says, "Well, fuck me!" And then I get to go to school the next day and hear about what a pussy Anakin was in that movie. It's a great life. What a pussy he was, missing his mom. Yeah. My mom died, and I got to say goodbye to her, which is something like I would recommend to any of you if you're ever in that scenario, And here's the thing, though, is your parents aren't going to look like themselves anymore. There's going to be some changes with their bodies. Rigor mortis is going to set in, a few other things. My mom's skin was yellow and puffy, and nostalgia is all I got, so my mind goes straight to SpongeBob SquarePants. I wish the doctor would have prepared me for that, like, had a little bit of better bedside manner, like, "Are you ready, kid?" This is a little unorthodox, doctor. I don't know about this. "I can't hear you." I said, "I hear you, jeez, man." "Whoa, she once was your mother, but can no longer be. SpongeBob dead pants. Jaundiced, yellow, and brain dead is she. SpongeBob dead pants. She'll never come back, no matter how hard you wish. SpongeBob dead pants. Her insurance wouldn't cover a procedure like this. SpongeBob dead pants. SpongeBob dead pants. SpongeBob dead pants."
It's a Hummer. Is that okay?
You think that's sad, but see, I'm telling this joke and I'm smiling, so I've been through it. This wasn't your mom, so you'll deal with it later. I don't know what magical character they'll look like when they die. But what is sad, you guys, this is really sad. I have to hijack Thanksgivings from people now, their families. I have to jump on board with another family's Thanksgiving. Does anyone have to do that? Anyone else? I have no one cooking for me. I gotta go hijack somewhere. I have to pretend I like football so I can eat free mashed potatoes, you guys. I don't know what 4th and inches means, but I know I have at least 4 inches of free mashed potatoes on my plate, and that's all that matters.
South is 520.
I'm gonna go to my list here 1 second.
No, it's okay.
Another thing at my job that like freaks me out is they have a diaper changing station with Braille on it. I don't understand that. Like a blind dad taking his kid, and I don't know. Like, there's 2 scenarios. This is a blind dad who knows how to change a diaper based on touch and the sense of touch and the sense of smell alone, and that's fucking disgusting. Or it's just braille that says, "Don't touch this blind man. There might be shit on this surface." I don't know where to go politically anymore. I feel like my only option left is to follow Bernie Sanders into the desert for 40 years. Because the last time someone who was 140 years old had a lot of good ideas, that's what we did. Like, what do I do? What am I supposed to do? Like, I hadn't written any Trump jokes until I was at Taco's Tacos off of Powell, and I saw Donald Trump dubbed in Spanish on Fox News. Yes, I saw Donald Trump speaking Spanish, and it's kind of like watching Hitler spin a dreidel or Gandhi punch a nun. It's a fucking culture shock, you know. I don't know. And my whole thing with Hillary is like, she's just gonna end up having another like scandal affair or something, you know, but she's going to have sex with 2 interns this time to up the stakes. And her inevitable television apology is going to be CGI because, you know, they always phone in the sequels. Like, it's going to be awful. I couldn't shake the feeling either when I was hearing about Bernie Sanders and everything he had to say, that he was like the grandfather I never had, telling me fairy tales. You know, like, "Grandpa Bernie, will you tell me the one about free college again? That one's my favorite. Are we really gonna rebuild our infrastructure?" Only if you believe, Kyle! Only if you believe. And remember, you're never too big to fail. I think you're getting way ahead of yourself here, man. Like, yeah, some great ideas, but no. I stumbled into a Christian store the other day. You guys ever make that mistake? And I was high, of course, because I wouldn't be in there at any other reason. And I felt guilty because when you're high and you go into a store, you have to buy something because that's manners. And I was flipping through, like, they have like Jesus graphic novels and shit, like a Jesus with a V shooting out rays at Romans and shit. And I'm trying not to laugh in this empty store. And the sweetest girl ever just comes around the corner and she goes, "Can I help you find anything, sir?" And I almost had the audacity to say, "Jesus? Where is he at?" And it's a crazy place. They've got a book there that's called How to Have a Happy Family by Friday. And I was like, "Can you return that book?" I was like, the only thing I saw there that I could buy was candy, but it was wrapped in scripture, so it was like the Bazooka Joe method with their religion. You know, like, did anyone finish the Bazooka Joe story? I don't think so. I don't know. I wear a Batman hoodie usually, and it's got like big floppy Batman ears on it. And I was wearing it as I was leaving work, and this lady said loud enough to her husband, "Some people just never grow up. They never grow up." And I would be offended, but she was wearing a cross. So, my whole thing with it is, Batman might be my messiah. You don't fucking know that about me. And I've read all of his books as well. And I might see Batman in the food I eat as well. But the thing about it is, it's probably a fruit snack that is Batman themed anyway, so it's meant to be. Alright, that's a new one, thank you on that one. You guys fans of musicals at all? Like, you like musicals? Okay, so back to weed. My whole thing, but the best thing about weed, okay, there's something in cinema called the suspension of disbelief, right? It's when you watch a movie and it's just so fucking ridiculous, but you can either smoke enough weed to just roll with it, or you can, you know, rationalize it in your head. I can never smoke enough weed to rationalize someone going outside of their house and they start to sing a song and start dancing, and all their friends and neighbors know all the choreography and all the lyrics to that song. It's never gonna happen.
Don't ruin my reality.
It's never gonna happen. Here's the thing though. I'm a cynic. The only musicals I enjoy involve like ritualistic murder. Like Sweeney Todd and Little Shop of Horrors and the original Willy Wonka, you know? Like, he killed those kids, think about it. You never saw them again. He killed those kids with a smile on his face and a song in his heart. Yeah, that's what they do. They become Oompa Loompas after they die, right? Like, he sends them to the Oranginator or whatever.
So what about the purple chick? Is she just like a purple Oompa Loompa now?
Well, she's just done. She's just, they squeeze her out or something, so she's got to be like an accordion or something. Like, she's one of those ladies on Maury Povich, like, two fucking mattresses propped up against the, okay, back to Gilbert Grape again. What was I at? So music, yeah, so with weed though, like some movies are really hard. Like when I smoke too much weed and then I watch like the Born Identity movies, like I just think to myself, why doesn't he just stop running? It's like he's probably really tired. Like why don't you just go on vacation with your newest girlfriend before the government snipes her, you know? like enjoy your time, Matt Damon. I think the only reason that we're getting nothing but reboots and redos and remakes. I mean, they remade Magnificent Seven. That's fucking crazy to me. The only reason that's happening is because a Make-A-Wish Foundation kid from the 80s made a wish to see a sequel to all of his favorite movies, and he never died. He just never died, and that's what happened. And I'm gonna leave you guys on that one. Thank you for being here, and thank you for laughing. I appreciate it.